Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to continue our chapter number 5 from book Beehive. The name of the chapter is, as you know, The Snake and the Mirror. अभी तक हमने देख लिया है कि जो एक होम्योपैथिक डॉक्टर है वो किसी कॉन्फ्रेंस में अपनी स्टोरी बता रहे हैं. वो अपने एक पुराने घर के बारे में बताते हैं जहाँ पे वो डेली जो उनका वर्क होता है वही कर रहे होते हैं, आराम कर रहे होते हैं. देन आफ्टर व्हाट हैपन्स, a snake got rolled on his arm. Now he is trying to escape from the snake and he's trying to think something. So let's see what happens next from paragraph number 9. So paragraph number 9 says, at my slightest movement the snake would strike me. Death lurked 4 inches away. Now the doctor is saying that अगर वो थोड़ा सा भी मूव करेंगे, if he moves very little, then what will happen? The snake will bite him. And he says that the death was just near a few inches away from me, because that was a very small village, a very earlier time when hospitals were not very fully equipped and not very good medical facilities were available. So when a snake would bite him, he would definitely die. That was the doctor saying. Suppose it struck, what was the medicine I had to take? There were no medicines in the room. I was but a poor, foolish and stupid doctor. I forgot my danger and smiled feebly at myself. Now what is happening, that because he is himself a doctor, he is thinking that what medicine can I do? Can I take? But he had no medicines at his home, and he was smiling and he was thinking that how foolish he is, that he is himself a doctor but he does not have any kind of medicine in the home. It seemed as if God appreciated that. The snake turned its head, it looked into the mirror and saw its reflection. Now what the God appreciated? When doctor was praying to the God in previous paragraph that please forgive me for anything bad I have done. Now snake moves away and he saw his reflection, snake's reflection. Snake saw snake's reflection in the mirror. So now what will happen? I do not claim that it was the first snake that had ever looked into a mirror, but it was certain that the snake was looking into the mirror. Was it admiring its own beauty? Now again he is trying to be very funny, that when snake suppose a snake sees another snake, what will he do? He will try to gather some information. He will try to judge what the other snake will do. Now when this snake is seeing his reflection in the mirror, he doesn't know it is a reflection. He doesn't know it is himself, but he is thinking that it is another snake. So he is trying to adjust and judge the other snake, and this phenomena, this incident is told by the doctor as the snake was admiring his own beauty. Why it was it trying to make an important decision about growing a mustache or using eyeshadow and mascara or wearing a vermilion spot on its forehead? Now again he is again being funny, that the snake was trying to look himself as he was looking, as the doctor was looking, and as doctor was thinking about taking a mustache, keeping a mustache, in the same way snake was trying to think about keeping a mustache. So the doctor is humanizing the snake. He is saying that maybe he was thinking about to become more handsome, more beautiful and look more good. I did not know anything for certain. What sex was this snake? Was it male or female? So the snake, the doctor did not know is it male or is it female. So he was thinking that if it is male, then it can take a mustache, and if it is female, she can apply mascara and whatever makeup females use. I will never know, for the snake unwound itself from my arm and slowly slithered into my lap. From there it crept onto the table and moved towards the mirror. Now what happens? The snake unfolds himself from the arm, then he goes into the lap, and then he moves into the table. So the snake left the arm of the doctor. Perhaps it wanted to enjoy the reflection at closer quarters. I was no mere image cut in granite. I was suddenly a man of flesh and blood, still holding my breath. I got up from the chair. I quietly went out through the door into the veranda. From there, I leapt into the yard and ran for all I was worth. Phew! Each of us heaved a sigh of relief. Somebody asked, "Doctor, is your wife very fat?" So when he's telling the story, I told you that somebody listened the story. In the first class, I told you that somebody listened the story and wrote this chapter. Okay, so the narrator now says that when doctor said that snake left him and he went outside the home running, and he did not got bitten by the snake. So the narrator says that everybody in the room was very calm and relaxed right now after seeing this incident. And someone from the crowd funnily asked that is your wife fat? Because earlier doctor said that he did not want a fat wife. No. 11th paragraph. No, the doctor said, God willed otherwise. My life companion is a thin, reedy person with the gift of sprinter. Someone else asked, Doctor, when you ran, did the snake follow you? So, if someone asked that, if your wife is fat or not, then the doctor humorously says that no, my wife is very thin and he is a sprinter. Sprinter means who runs very fast. Okay, so somebody else asked that did the snake follow you? So the answer of the doctor is, the doctor replied, I ran and ran till I reached a friend's house. Immediately I smeared oil all over myself and took a bath. I changed into fresh clothes. The next morning at about 8:30, I took my friend and one or two others to my room to move my things from there. So when somebody asked that, did the snake follow you? So doctor is trying to say he did not look behind and he just ran towards his friend's home and took a bath. Next morning he gathered some people to shift from that room and shift his goods from the room. But we found we had little to carry. Some thief had removed most of my things. The room had been cleaned out, but not really. The thief had left behind one thing as a final insult. Now, because it was a dark room and the door was open, so last night when he ran to the friend's room, a thief entered the house and just cleaned everything. So that means he stole everything. A thief stole everything, but only one thing was left behind. Which was it? What was that? I asked. The doctor said, my vest, the dirty one. The fellow had such a sense of cleanliness. The rascal could have taken it and used it after washing it with soap and water. Did you see the snake in next day, doctor? The doctor laughed. I have never seen it since. It was a snake which was taken with its own beauty. So at the end, what was the thing that the thief left behind? It was a very dirty vest of the doctor. So at the end, it was clear that doctor did not got bitten by the snake, and the next morning everything was cleaned by a thief. So why did we learn this chapter? Chapter is closed, chapter is completed. We understood the theory. It shows how can you express yourself, how can you be humorous. There are certain ways of telling story, doing speeches, and any kind of public speaking. So humorous way is very best way, because when you talk humorously, when you tell something humorously, everybody enjoys and everybody try to listen, everybody understands what you are trying to say. So it is a very good trait if you have it. So you have to practice it. So my homework would be write a humorous story about anything, about your life or about anything. It should be around half page to one page, not less than half page. So try to write something. It can be any incident from your life also. It can be a funny story, it can be any kind of story you are trying to make it funny. So it is your homework. Please try to complete this, and yes, we are going to read the question answer in next class. Thank you so much for the list for listening to me. Have a very nice day and be safe. Stay at home. Keep smiling.